Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back.
This is going to be part 2 of a 2-part series. Well, maybe it'll be a 3-part. Who knows how much we get done in this one. Of what we would do if we had just been diagnosed. And we're hoping that we can share some of our experience with you so that it can kind of streamline some of the things that took us weeks, maybe even months to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have anything you want to start with?
No.
No? If I were to offer 3 additional ones outside of the medical ones, it would be this. Number 1, it would be setting the intention. Amanda, very early on, she went from this state of bewilderment and fear, thinking she wasn't going to leave the hospital, to being grateful when she realized she was going to get to go home. And it was really that idea that she was going to be promised another day, that all of a sudden she got grateful and for her life in a way that she had never been grateful for before. When you have a diagnosis like this, it is scary. It is scary for the person obviously being diagnosed, and it is scary for the people who are the loved ones and friends and family and support system of that person. To be intentional about what the journey is going to be is to choose to be in a different state other than fear, other than anger. And because Amanda was in gratitude, because she was very clear early on that she didn't really resonate with the whole fighting mentality with cancer, she really thought this was a loving journey. We wanted to be intentional about this being a loving journey, about it being a healing journey. Because of that, it allowed a lot of the people who were going to be in her support system to get out of that fearful space and really fall into a place of love and intentional support of Amanda. And it's made a tremendous difference, as of all of you. Many of you have experienced this journey from a place of love and hope, just as we have.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to keep going?
Well, yeah, because this is yours.
Okay, the second one I would say is identify and control what are your controllables. So for us, many of the controllables are going to be what is her reducing her stress levels, trying to keep her in a really high, elevated, loving space. Nutrition, we have been meticulous about her nutrition. She has had 3 cooked meals every single day because she refuses to use a microwave. She refuses to use anything else. She has ate only organic. She has, gosh, there's so many things. We've taken any sort of inflammatory causing things out of her diet. Anything you have about that?
Nope. That sounds about right.
For me, my third one would be to go and look for hope.
Yes.
Look for cases, look for examples, look for people out there who have achieved the results that you want to achieve. Find them and drink that in, because there is hope out there. And so if you have the opportunity to study them, but most of my first 3-4 weeks of this whole process, when Amanda was going through surgeries, when she was going through rehab, if I wasn't with her, I was trying to study people and seeing what are the things that the people who have achieved the results we want to achieve with her, which is long-term remission, survivorship, thrivership, what have they been doing? And you start to identify trends, you start to identify patterns that people do. Mindset's a huge component, nutrition's a huge component, stress reduction is human. Living in a state of gratitude is a huge component. Letting go of
Novelty.
What do you mean?
The novelty of like doing something new. I remember that. That's a big
yeah,
one.
Novelty is definitely in there, which I think would be wonderful for you to start exploring doing something new.
No.
We need to do. Let's start.
I just remember that was one of them.
It was, and you might recall I've encouraged you several times to pursue novelty, but
maybe after Sanity.
You've been resistant to it. Amanda gives great advice.
I know, and I don't take it.
Yeah, that's why I laughed when she talked about delegating on the last one. But really, there is so much hope out there, and I think for us, hope has been one of those things that has helped us stay in a state, for the most part, of gratitude, a state of love, a state of optimism, and I think it's really contributed to your health and healing thus far. In the initial, I would say for the first few weeks post her diagnosis, almost every night before bed, Amanda would ask me to read off a story or two of somebody who was a long-term survivor. And I would do that. I would go and I'd research and I'd find people who had been around, and I'd say, oh, this person's been here 3 years. This person's been here 7 years. Wow, this person had this, and this, and they're now 10 years into it. And that was really empowering for her. Additionally, she knew some people who had been there. So we're hopeful that if you're watching this now and maybe it's the year 20 30, and Amanda is now that sense of hope for you because she's now 5 years into this journey, and you can reference back all these videos and see, you know, the path that we've carved out for you to hopefully follow and pull inspiration from. But really find hope, because it is out there. Look for the people who have achieved the results you want to achieve. Reach out to them, talk to them, communicate with them, see if there's anything that you can learn from them. But most importantly, believe in the fact that if they have done it, so can you.
Mm-hmm. I really believe in that. Like, really believe in that. Even if you have a bunch of things not stacked in your favor, like, believe that you can be the, you know, have a great outcome. It's definitely helped me on the like the hard days. You know, I think about, oh, remember this person, they, you know, they had a recurrence, but they're now like 10 years, and it's not always going to be linear. And so yeah, I think finding the hope is, which probably should have been number one even before find your surgeon.
Yeah, and you know what she was saying, even the circumstances, we have read so many stories, and most of our reading has been about glioblastoma, obviously. But
we got a PhD in it.
Well, we definitely do not. People who have, you know, the worst genetic conditions,
Yeah.
the worst. I've read stories about people who had inoperable tumors and have been around for 10, 15, 20 plus years. Always, always, always look for hope, because it is out there. There are people who have done the impossible. There are people who have done the extraordinary. There are people who have done the unexplainable. And if you are looking to do the same, look for the people out there who have done what you want to do, and keep them in your thoughts constantly throughout your journey.
Yep.
Anything else?
Oh, this is a good one. I got to watch this one.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We love and appreciate you. If you haven't joined the It's Your Time to Shine Facebook group yet, please do be sure to do so. We'll put a link. We really hope it's just a positive, loving, and supportive place on the internet. And we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.